Well, this strange season that you have, where you get so many long breaks. I know a few players have been away with internationals and so on, but is it difficult to manage these sort of hiatuses in the season?
Yeah, I think it is difficult, but that's the circumstances that have fell on us. So we've had to adapt and come up with different strategies to keep the players ticking over. We've had 2 in-house games, so we have replicated some game time, which has been really useful. So the players are well aware of in terms of what we're going after in the next 2 games.
Does it have that sort of almost a pre-season feel about it? Because you stop and then you have to get yourselves geared up for those last 2 games and then you stop again.
Yeah, to be honest, we've given the players the first 2 weekends off, so they did have a bit of downtime, which I think is important in terms of the rest and recovery. But when they've been here Monday to Friday, they've worked really hard during the week, so you've got to get a balance, especially with only 2 games to go as well.
And of course you come back and you get one of the longer journeys again to Bristol. It is what it is, I suppose. You just have to confront that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Like you say, we haven't played for a long time, and we're looking forward to getting back on the grass, because the last time we played, it was a bit of a roller coaster of a game. I was really disappointed with the first half, in particular against Charlton, and the players turned it around in the second half, showed a lot more heart and desire. So the messages are very, very clear going into the next 2 games in terms of what we're going after. So great game against Bristol when they came to Eppleton last time. 2 good teams are going to go head to head, so we're looking forward to it. We're excited.
I mean, clearly you want to go and win the last 2 games and end on a high, but is it also an opportunity to give some of those sort of younger upcoming players opportunities as well? Because you talked about some of them have got very bright futures. This is an ideal scenario in some ways to give them first team experience.
I think we've got to get the balance right. First and foremost, we want to win the game and finish the season strong and finish in a good good mid-table finish, going into kind of the off season and next season. So I think the balance is important. We'll travel with be a full squad of 20 players travelling, so we've got a lot of options, and hopefully we can get the job done on Sunday.
Let's say a full squad, everyone fit, then no issues.
We have had a sickness bug in the camp this week, so there is a kind of cut-off period for that in terms of 48 hours. So the deadline's tonight, so people need to stop being sick by tonight, and they might be on the bus on Saturday. So we'll just wait and see. But like we say, we've got young players who we can call up, like you've mentioned. So we're quite confident with all the players. So we'll go there, and the big bonus is Elna Dale's back. Elna Dale's fit, so she'll travel on Sunday.
I was going to say, how's Elna? Great for her. I was just picked up the Supporters Player of the Year award as well, and I know she's been out for a fair time, but great for her to get a couple of games just to sort of get back in the swing of things.
Yeah, it was always going to be pretty close in terms of how the first kind of part of her rehab tailed out, but Hayley, our physio, and Ross, our performance coach, have worked really hard with Elna to get her back, and she's trained for the last 2 weeks, non-contact and then full contact this week, so she's put herself in contention for the weekend to get on the pitch.
Is it bus down then, not flying?
Bus down, bus back.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, Mel.
Hi.
The sickness bug you mentioned, is that affected a few first team players, or that'd be quite worrying, I would think, just not knowing who you're going to have?
Yeah, it's part of the game. It happens. Players get ill. Sometimes when they're in close proximities with each other, it can spread. So as soon as anyone's kind of sick or ill, they're kind of sent home immediately to stop the spread. So hopefully they'll be okay, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, it's something that you just can't control, and if they don't make it, someone else gets an opportunity to showcase what they're about.
And you mentioned the Charlton game being a roller coaster, 4-3. Bristol City here, a roller coaster with a different ending, 4-3. Are those games a complete nightmare as a coach when there's that many goals? It's not as fun as it is for us watching. Yeah,
the first half was absolutely awful. I think there was some real naive defending on our front, and we've had some really good, as you can imagine, a long time to mull it over and discuss it and watch it back, and the real basics of defending we have to get right. Defending a long ball, the recovery runs, the bumping and blocking, the physicality. Ultimately you can have any game plan you want, but if you can't defend, in terms of the basic fundamental principles that you're going after, then you're giving yourselves a mountain to climb. Going in 4-0 down at half time wasn't ideal, and sometimes it can go either way as a coach. That can continue, or you can get a reaction, and luckily we got a reaction. Played with more energy, and that's what we need. They need to believe in themselves a little bit more and have more of a threat going forward. And ultimately we just ran out of time. I think if there was another maybe 5 minutes on the clock, we probably would have got an equaliser. So lessons learned. We've got a young squad, we've got young players. I've spoke for months now about consistency, and I think ultimately we have to, young players are going to make mistakes. Of course they are. That's part of the learning journey, but we can't keep making the same mistakes. We have to learn from them and be better for it.
And the league positions are likely to change in these two games. So where do you find the motivation, you and the players, to go out and win those matches?
We've spoke about having some personal standards. They want to do it for themselves. They owe the fans a performance. The fans come and watch the players play. You've got to give everything. You're representing the football club. You're representing the city. There's some real basic fundamental things that people want to see, and as soon as you cross that white line, you've got to bring it, because we're holding players accountable to perform. And now they're professional athletes. It's their job, it's their career, it's their showcasing what they're about, and they want to put themselves in the best possible window for everyone to see that. Cheers.
You mentioned there about the first half against Charlton. It's obviously been a bit of a roller coaster of the season. Have you spoken to the players this break about not letting the season fizzle out? Because obviously it would be such a shame if you ended the season either in a format with all the work you did find back from that tricky start.
Yeah, we have spoke about it, and they're fully on board. They don't want to let the season fizzle out, and we've been working really hard on kind of what we want to see when we've got the ball. So there's been some really clear messages over the last 3 weeks of what we want to see at Ashton Gate on Sunday, so I'm expected to see that. Been well rehearsed, we've practiced, we've had 2 in-house games to showcase what we're about, and likewise when we haven't got it, we have to defend well, we have to be compact. Players knowing their roles and responsibilities when they haven't got the ball, and not cheating and filling gaps and covering round and communicating properly. So we certainly don't want the season to fizzle out. We want to win 2 games and finish and go on our summer holidays on a high.
I suppose that Charlton game is a reminder that even if it doesn't look like there's a lot to play for at this level now, if you know that, you can run away from them.
Yeah, I don't think you can pick and choose. Like we haven't got enough games to not be at our best all the time. The season's very slim. We say we want more fixtures, so we certainly can't let these 2 games just pass us by. Like we want to have high standards of each other, and we want to win. So ultimately, we'll pick a team in a travelling squad to go down there, and then the players have got to deliver.
Obviously, your attacking threat to be too reliant on one player, but it must be a massive boost for everyone around the just to have Ellen back, because she has been a match winner.
Yeah, there's no. Like I think I said it last time. We were sitting 3 points off top in February, and that's when she got injured. And we've been on a little bit of a roller coaster since she's been injured, and we haven't quite had the same returns from other players. So she's just different. She's a natural goal scorer, and there's not many people like that in the game, especially in the women's game. So we've looked after her. We've rehabbed her well, and she's had all the support she needs, and she feels ready. And like I say, she's trained well this week, so we'll use her well and wisely on Sunday.